Hi everybody, it's me, Plantain Charlene, and this video today will be about my Alocasia collection. It's a short one. And before we get to that, I always like to say thank you. Thank you to my most recent subscribers, my current subscribers, and my future subscribers. I really appreciate you for choosing to watch my videos, subscribing to my channel, liking the video, clicking on the bell to know when a new video has posted, and sharing any of my content with anyone that you think would appreciate what I have to talk about when it comes to my plants. And the first alocasia is this one. I am not sure what the name is. I've seen the name before, I just don't remember. And as I always tell you guys, if I should remember the name, I will put it down at the bottom. If I didn't put it at the bottom, either I forgot to or I couldn't find the name. So this one is one of those alocasias that caught spider mites, which is probably all alocasias. And I had to cut it back. I left it alone. I just said I'll wait to see if it grows back, and it has, and that was probably over a year ago. So far so good. I haven't seen anything on it in over a year or within that time span, and I'm very happy about that. This leaf is the newest leaf. It's a lot, not a lot, but it's smaller than the other two. You can see they're waving high. So far so good, and that's all I have to say about this. This is my other alocasia, whose leaves are probably the largest leaves that I have ever grown on any alocasia. There are baby ones down here. This one in particular is pushing out so many corms, and I will show you what I've done with some of the corms that I received from some of my alocasias. There's one, no, there's more than one actually. I featured this plant on a haul, and since then I've taken those corms out, and at least 5 or 6 more corms that I can see currently have grown. There's probably more at the bottom, and this I will go back to my Oh Happy Plant soil. When I repotted it, you can see here there's rice hulls in here, charcoal, there's what do you call it, some kind of bark, I can't think of the name right now, among other things. That's all in here. And since I repotted this in here, this thing has been taken off a lot. So I'm very impressed again with my Oh Happy Plant soil. And yes, another reminder that if you would like to purchase from them, I will have the discount code that if you use it, you'll get 10% off from their products. And I do receive a small commission. Anyway, yes, so like I said, this particular what do you call it, alocasia, ooh, had a dory moment. It's pretty tall, so I put this in here and added this little Velcro wrap to kind of keep them up high, because the stems are so long it really flops over a lot. The ones down here are slowly but surely getting bigger, and like I said, I'm going to show you guys what I did with the corms that I took from this one. So give me 1 second. Okay, so here it is, and as you can see, there's condensation building up inside. It's not hitting the bottom, so if there is water, it'll just fall to the bottom and evaporate eventually and bring some more humidity. There is the straw hole that I tried to push in to make sure that there is some type of air circulation going on in here. And if you look there, you can see two of the corms. Some didn't make it because I put several in here, about 8. And it was from 2 to 3 different allocations. I just don't remember which ones other than the allocation I just showed you is in here. So 2 of those corms so far have pushed out new leaves. It's no big deal to open this if I wanted to, and the cup is clear and see-through, so you can see what's going on. I did notice about maybe more than a month ago, maybe 2 months, that apparently my, where is it, right here, my string of hearts, a piece must have broken off and fell in here and it rooted. So those smaller leaves that you see down there, that's my string of hearts. So I thought that was a nice little surprise. And I am using my Oh Happy Plant soil mix in here as well. So vermiculite is also in here. I'm happy because the results is looking good. This is my first time being successful with using the corms and planting it separately. I usually just leave it in the mother plant and don't touch it. This time I decided, from watching someone's video, I was like, you know what, let me try to, and I'm happy that the results are good. So there you have it. This, oh, sorry, and this. So this, one thing I want to say about this, and I'm knocking on invisible wood, no pest. I haven't seen a pest on this beautiful alocasia yet, though you can see there's some yellowing going on. So these leaves are probably going to fade to black real soon. That one is looking even more like it's going to fade to black, and it's probably due to all the corms that this thing is producing, because there are several I see right off the top. I probably should take them off. I don't want to though. I want this to get fuller down here, because this is already developed 2 leaves off of 1 corm, then this one here. And if these start pushing out leaves and eventually this grows taller, it'll be nice and full. So we'll see. That's my decision today, but it could change. And that is my alocasia that I don't know the name. If you know it, please tell me down below. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. All right, my next alocasia, I know the name. Why? Because there's a tag here that tells you. And I'm not going to pronounce it. I'm just going to show you guys the name, and therefore you can see it. And this one recently pushed out. Which leaf is it? I think it's this one, because one of the beauties of this specific alocasia is when the new leaf comes, it's so nice and shiny and it just looks so pretty. So this is the first time since I purchased it that I've had 4 leaves at once, and they're all pretty much about the same size. No plant pest on this one either. I think I've been a little bit more diligent with this one because it's, sorry, this is what happens. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, the I forgot what I was saying. I think I was talking about the leaves. The shine on the leaves is really pretty, and I have no pests. I know I was talking about that as well. I know what I was saying. I have been more diligent with this plant as far as washing it off, cleaning it off, because it's, you know, it's lightweight. I can just grab it out of where it's at, rinse it off real fast, and then bring it back, which I'm going to do once I finish these videos. So, and as I'm talking, I'm just realizing there's a new leaf coming. So hopefully I'll have 5. This is also living in my Oh Happy Plant soil. This was early in my learning about that site. So you could see the soil. What I did was, with the soil, you can see it's nothing going on here. There's no perlite, no anything in here other than what it came in that you can visually see. What I did was, they have these different mixes of different health benefits, soil benefits that you can add to your own soil. So that's what I did, and I have to say that since I did that, this plant has been holding on to the new leaves when it pushes them out longer, and they've been pushing out new leaves faster. So since I used it and it acclimated to the soil, which wasn't long, it's dependent on the plant. Some of them react to the soil real fast, like within a week. Some may take maybe a few weeks. Anywho, this one acclimated nicely to it, and like I said, I only did the added beneficials. I didn't do the whole like the other alocasia I showed you. That was everything from them. This one was more of me adding something to the soil that the plant came in. So not bad. You can see these leaves are absolutely gorgeous. You see that they look really, really good. And again, no pests. I'm going to stick to my diligent thinking process for this specific plant and rinse it constantly, because for anyone who is not aware, that alocasias are spider mite magnets. Out of all the pests that your plant can deal with, which can be anywhere from mealybugs, aphids, thrips, whatever, spider mites are the main problem in my experience for alocasias. So I'm happy to say that this one has not received any pests, and I will try my best to keep it that way. All right, now that I have talked about pests on alocasia, I am going to move to the next plant, which is right behind me. That one right here. I have the name, so I will share it. And that is the name. Okay. This one is suffering from thrips and spider mites. So it's in about a 10-inch pot. I purchased it from Home Depot about 6 or more months ago, and I have to say that I'll do an overview so you guys don't just have to look at me without a plant in front of me. The spider mites weren't first to show up. It was actually the thrips. Then eventually the spider mites came, and I bought some beneficial insects, and the problem was that specific plant, I only saw one, maybe two of those. I can't remember what I purchased, but I will try to remember to put it at the bottom. And if I have video, I will show you guys them doing what they do on a different plant. Anywho, I had a spider mite problem on several plants and thrips on several plants. So I wanted to try my best to get rid of them, because I was just tired of trying to spray and do everything and it wasn't working. So I went to the beneficial bugs, and they did a great job, specifically on 2 plants that are not my alocasias, because those specific plants had like 5, 6, 7 of the beneficial bugs that hatched, their eggs hatched. And I think I purchased 15,000 eggs or something, and I can tell you I didn't have 15,000 hatched eggs. If I had 100, it would be impressive. So, or maybe they ate each other, because those specific beneficial bugs are carnivores. Is that the right word? Where they eat each other? I don't know. Whatever it is, they ate each other. I caught some video of them kind of fighting each other, because when they hatch, apparently they're very hungry, So they want food, and if they have to eat each other, they will, so they can eat. Though, unfortunately, this specific alocasia, I only saw maybe 2. And they didn't get to the whole area. So I'm going to do it again. I didn't lose faith in it because the 2 plants were at least, like I said, 5 to 7 eggs hatched per plant. They cleaned house. So I just don't want to go through the process of spraying and rinsing and spraying and rinsing over and over again. So I'm trying something different. And it wasn't as scary as I thought. So as long as I feel a little brave in the process, I will do it again. So that is my plan. And that is my alocasia. And she's beautiful. Let me just say one thing about her before I go to the next one. She grows pretty fast considering what she's going through. And she recently put out a new leaf, which is the one in the center of the whole plant itself. And she put out some babies at the bottom, but the aphids really got that section. The spider mites and aphids was feeding on the top bigger leaves. The lower smaller leaves, the aphids itself were feeding on that. So I had about 10, and I think I'm down to 2 or 3. So they really went to town on the smaller baby leaves. Though, like I said, this plant is a fast grower. Even with all that it's going through, it's December and it's still pushing out new leaves. I can kind of see where I believe another one is coming. I believe it's going to develop another new leaf. So this is why I don't want to get rid of this plant in any way, because it's everything that I like as far as fast growing, easy care. At least those 2 things, that's all I can think of. So there you have it. So I'm gonna move on now. Thank you guys. Okay, here's my next alocasia. I know the name because it's on the pot when I purchased it, and it is an Alocasia lowrider. Now this one went through a little something when it first got here. It was not happy with my environment, and it was in the late spring, early summer. So for some reason this year in New York, the humidity level was nice and high. I never had to use my humidifier, and it was so high that my lights and my Mills bow were constantly kept falling. The glue was just not sticking. Anyway, this one just really went through something. It just was not happy with my space. It would probably hold on to 1 leaf, and eventually, once it acclimated, it became better. I currently have 3 leaves, so I am happy to say that this one is the newest leaf. The one thing about this plant that I really like is the variegation or pattern that's on the leaves. I'm just gonna bring it in so you can see that. There's no need to do an overview of it per se. You can see that variegation. It kind of reminds me of the Zabrina alocasia. I'm trying to think what else I wanted to tell you guys. Oh, this did feature in another video that my largest leaf alocasia was in as well from a plant haul. I purchased these both at a plant seller in Brooklyn. Somebody is popular and it's not me. Okay, good. And that other alocasia acclimated just fine. This one was just not feeling it in here. So it's still in this original pot. I think that I just said I'm gonna just let it do you know, just give it some time and let it find its way, you know, being happy. And now it is, and I'm currently, like I said, holding on to 3 leaves. I feel like this newest leaf, the smallest one here, is going, oh, excuse me. I am such a lady in all these videos. I feel like it may be pushing out a new leaf. I feel like I see something here. I don't see any corms coming from this one. Hopefully down the line I'll see some type of corms coming through. Oh, I'm so smart. Oh, the nail polish on this fingernail is still a little wet, and I just stuck my finger in the soil, and then I proceeded to try to wipe the soil off on my pants leg, and now it's a hot mess. So with that being said, I am going to move on. There is my Alocasia lowrider. Yay to you for acclimating and becoming happy. All right, here is my last Alocasia, and as you can see, it's not looking great. There is a tag in here, but you know, tells you nothing other than that it's an Alocasia. So I'm not sure which one it is. This one too, you can see on the stems that similarity of that pattern, like the lowrider is on there. The color may be a little different. Yeah, this one's a little bit more of reddish burgundy, or maybe in the brown family. You can see the leaf. It's a nice sized leaf, you know, that grew. This was standing strong about a week ago, no longer. Actually, as I look at it, I don't know if you guys, if it'll pick up, but if you see that dot there, right there, that's one of the beneficial bugs. Unfortunately, I sprayed it with, this spray that I have. It was like a month and a half after, so I wasn't sure if that's what it was, and I said I can't take the chance. So I sprayed it, and I realized after that that's what it was. It was a beneficial bug. So unfortunately I killed it. I haven't gotten any corms from this. Honestly, I don't know if all alocasias develop corms. So if anyone knows that, please, you know, comment below and let me know, because I realized that some of my alocasias have corms and some don't. I have never seen corms on this one, and I think pretty much all the ones I showed you, because the corms that I have in that cup are from my black velvet that is no longer alive, and my Sabrina. Was it a Sabrina? No, it starts with an S. Anyway, it's from, and my Alocasia pink something, it's from those 3 plants that I no longer have. They all faded. So like I said, I don't know if they all develop corms. And I do have one other thing I want to show you, but it's not a full plant. It's from the corms that I did develop, and I will do an overview so you guys can see it better. So this is the last Alocasia. If you guys know the name, please let me know below, because I think this is going into a dormancy, and I'm gonna allow it to go into a dormancy. I've already started watering it less, and as long as the trunk of that, if that's what you want to call it, as long as this is strong and it's not mushy or soft, as far as I'm concerned, the plant is still good. And if the roots are good too, I will always keep trying to see if it will push out new leaves and that the plant is not dead. All right. Okay, I decided to just grab it up and show you guys. Here are 2 other alocasias that I am not clear on which ones they are. The only one I think it is not is the pink alocasia I had, only because nobody's stems are pink. The algae that you see here is because I have a grow light hanging over it, and so the algae develops on it because of the water that's in here. I'm growing it in perlite. I also stuck a few of my string of spades in here with it. So I actually was about to throw this out. I started this back in and I marked it. You can't see it, but it says June 21, 2023. And it was covered like so, you know, and there was a nice bit of humidity going on in here. You can see there's little openings on the end. Sorry, I keep forgetting to block this light behind me. So there was some airflow going on, and I just kept it. I didn't throw it out for some reason immediately. And then because the other corms I had in here, I had like 15 different corms in here, and they all started to rot. And so I thought this was dead too. And the day I did decide to say, you know what, I'm gonna throw it out, that's when I saw that the leaves were there. And I was like, oh wow. Of course they were like mushed down because the cover didn't allow it to grow upward. It grew to the side. And because I took the cover off, now with the light hanging over it, it has gotten straight. Mostly this one is turning me into a fibber. And this one has a new leaf coming out. Now I am a little concerned that I don't see the stem, I only see the leaf. So, but whatever. That is the result. And if anybody can tell, I will say this leaf looks similar to my alocasia that's over there. It looks similar, but then a part of me was going, is it my Maharani? That's another one that I had, my Alocasia Maharani. So I'm wondering if it's that one, but they don't look the same. So even the feel of the leaf is not the same. You see that? There's a difference. See the end too? Let me try to do that correctly. If you look at the end of this one, you see it's a little curved, and this one is rounded. This one is pointier. It's kind of more a pointy oval. And this one has like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just not the same. Okay, so you can see there, these are two different types of alocasias. So I'm happy to say that I have two alocasias. Oh, Sarian was the other one. I have the tag sitting in here. What is this? Do not disturb off. I never turned it on. Somebody has control of my phone. Ain't that something? Anyway, you see I have one of the tags in here, but it didn't make it because these don't look like the Sarian to me. So that is truly the end of my alocasia plant discussion. Let's say farewell, or see you in a hot second. Okay, that is all of my alocasias that I have alive. If I had more alive, this video would be longer. So thank goodness I don't. And I will say thank you to everyone who has watched this video. And if you made it this far, I do hope that you have subscribed to my channel. Please comment below. Don't forget to like the video. I appreciate everyone that's watching. I really do. Thank you so much. If you want to share this video, feel free. And you can click the bell just to know when I post another video. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all. Stay blessed, stay healthy, keep planting, and bye everybody. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. See ya.